Hi Scorpio, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for a tarot reading for all Scorpio. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Thanks to all of you for all the support. I love you all and appreciate you all very much. I have had some inquiries regarding personal readings, and I'm not offering them right now because my schedule just won't support it with any consistency. So I don't want to tell some people yes and then tell others no. So if that changes, though, I'll make an announcement. And if you are new here, welcome. I post new readings on Friday, then again on Monday. So if a reading doesn't fit, just come back in a couple of days. You can watch a new reading. Fridays are always a general reading, so today's reading will bring in aspects of money, love, career, travel, and everything in between. Mondays are different every week, so you're just going to have to return to see what that's about. I will let you know, though, in the near future, I'm going to have a year of predictions reading for the year of 2023 for each sign. So if you haven't subscribed, you might want to, and even hit that bell so that way you won't miss it. All right, what advice do you have for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. What does Scorpio need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all concerned with Scorpio? Messages for Scorpio, please. All right, so we'll start here with the tarot, and then we'll have the angel answers. You've got the Five of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Three of Cups, the Eight of Swords, the Three of Swords, the King of Wands, the Ace of Cups, and the Eight. Interesting, very interesting reading. Well, I do feel like if you've been disappointed by something, you're going to move on. You're definitely cutting ties with something. And I feel like you gave it way too many chances, or you gave it enough chances. How about that? That's a little fair. Like it was given more chances than it deserved, I feel. But I do feel like you're going to be in an empowered energy with that Ace of Swords, King of Wands. If it was a relationship, you've got a love here that will evolve and grow. You've even got an engagement card here. So we have water, earth, air. We've got two aces. We have fire as well. But either way, if it's a job, you've got a new beginning with those two aces. That's really glorious. And it's going to bring celebration and relief. Like I said, I feel like this is a long time coming, whatever it is. With this Five of Pentacles, though, fives are definitely a change. And so if you're moving out of a place that you've hated, or you're even moving on, I even got to, at first, like somebody's personal trainer or something, like a service or a therapist or a hairstylist or something. And I know that's very mundane, but and especially for the Three of Swords, I don't know that somebody's dentist would quite cause Three of Swords, but it does. It feels like somebody's moving on from a service they've had, a service provider for a long time. And there's something about it that changed. And I just feel like, again, you gave it many, many chances. And so some of you, though, it may be a little bit different storyline. You have new love here. You've got love and great communication going on. So if it was a relationship, too, it may have also, like we talked about, caused that sort of division of services, especially if it was a marriage, where you go, well, let's not both go to the same dentist anymore or doctor or whatever. So there may have been some divvying up with that. Now, I also get, too, though, with that Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, if you're moving on from a job, it's going to be great. But I do still feel it was bittersweet. There's a bittersweet ending here for somebody. And so if it was a job, you may be leaving behind some friends or other people that you really like, or even a boss you really liked. I get it that way, too. But there's something about it. Feels like a corporate mandate or something about there's been a change, whatever it was. And whatever it is that you're dealing with, there's a change in the environment. There's a change that's just not the same. And so it causes you to move forward here. But with this, it's like the pain pushes until the vision pulls. That vision is really pulling you forward. Allow yourself to be anything. We don't ever stifle our own growth so that others can catch up to us. It just doesn't work that way. And so I feel like you grew a bit restless here. And so even though your heart to some extent says, I still love and support you, I'm going to keep walking forward because, you love and support yourself as well. You're not alone here, though. You've got much companionship. So I do feel like even if you moved on, they may be sad about it, too. And I do feel like if it's a service provider, They may be noticing that if it's not something like a divorce that caused it, but it's just more a lack of good service, I do feel like they may change eventually, but it doesn't feel like anytime soon. Well, you've got the Yads of the Tarot coming in here. We might as well mention that with both the Ace and Ace of Swords, Ace of Cups, okay? So it's blessed, okay? The first letter of the name of God in Hebrew. You can say Yods also. Either is acceptable. I should let people correct me. It leaves more comments that way. People don't realize when they leave comments, they're actually supporting the channel. It's kind of funny. But either way, most of them are very nice, so I don't mean it in a negative. Don't want to go down that hole. But with this, you've got a new beginning. All right, let's get back on track. This is glorious. It's crystal clear, but it's also in alignment with your heart's desires. That's what's so great about it. It's really what you've asked for. So in a relationship too, I do feel like it's whatever this is, it's very straightforward with this Ace of Swords. It cuts right through that damn crown of the ego too. So impales it really, doesn't it? And so it's like it's right on a soul level. That's what I get. Even though this is more that logical and thinking energy, I feel like it kind of cuts through all that because it's coming from the heart, straight from the heart. And so those of you too that it's a relationship, it may move very quickly with this. There's a real attraction and chemistry, but it's based on real love. And so if you left a relationship and it has been fairly brief in between, you may move on very quickly. I wouldn't worry about what other people think. I hear, Bonnie Raitt, let's give them something to talk about. Who cares? I just see that as somebody here is going to make a transition fast. Again, though, if it's something else like a job or a move, it still goes so fast, but it's going to be fun. There's no downside with this. You get acclimated and you get comfortable very quickly. And so I feel like, too, that almost brings that sense of like the people that you leave behind, like, what are we, burnt toast? You don't even care. But you do. It's just that you've acclimated so fast because it's your heart's desires. You're moving on to something better. So threes are multiplication and growth, and this one is celebration. Of course, it is the dancing ladies here, so anything you're changing, anything you're moving into, it's really celebratory, and it's the right fit for you. So those of you that are trying to take that leap of faith, even if it's a job where you left and you end up going out on your own or doing something like that, even if it attracts a few clients, that happens sometimes. And I understand sometimes there's no compete clauses, but depending on what you're leaving, sometimes there's not, and you can attract that business. So with this though, it's definitely a card of moving forward, especially in love. You've got somebody here that really supports you too. So if you've got multiple changes going on at once, you've got a great partnership here for it because they see it. They don't try to talk you out of it. They don't try to minimize your feelings or tell you you're wrong in some level. They see it too and say, go for it. They want you to flourish and grow. Or that's exactly what a partnership is. Somebody who's not afraid of your growth. So this Eight of Swords, whatever it was, like I said, I feel like it had you for a while. This is not a good energy for you. It's this too many people around you too. I feel like it really was, I wouldn't say truly codependent, but teetering. Okay, we're codepending a bit on a situation here, where it's like trying to please too many people. That disease to please has stopped for you. So I do feel like doing this for other people's benefit or their ease of mind or whatever that was, it's just not a match. And so that Three of Swords, just in this reading, this actually really feels like I get two things with this. It feels like a difficult ending, sort of that resistance to change and giving it all you've got to make it stay alive, breathing some life back into a situation that's just meant to end. But I do feel like with this, you are going to move on. And some of you too, if it's a job or somewhere where you were living, or even a relationship and the people around you. So like with the Five of Pentacles, where you kind of move on away from a larger group, I do feel like you're going to keep contact with some of them. It's not a total ending on some of that, but I still feel like there's a change here. So this King of Wands may be who you're attracting. Like I said, you're going to be feeling confident. It's not necessarily your energy, but I do feel like you've got a chemistry, and you have somebody too who's got a lot of this sort of like, they believe in you. They also believe in themselves, in a very positive way. Like this is a very uplifting kind of person where it's glass half full. they're an optimist. And so with this, I feel like it really becomes an unstoppable combination where they say, look, you can do that. You want to open up your own yoga studio? If that's what you've been wanting to do it. You know, they just don't, they're not a naysayer. They're very open to new ideas. And I do feel like they're successful in their own way. And so they're somebody who takes some calculated risks. But they're not, again, they're not afraid either to lay their heart out there. Very loyal energy as well. Very loyal companion. So if you falter a little bit, they'll be there with you. They won't criticize you for it, whoever that is. Now with this Ace of Cups here, you've got this new beautiful beginning like we've talked about. In a love relationship, it really is. It's a real love. But in terms of work energy too, it's a new beginning and it brings you forward. It's a real pull. Whatever you're changing here, this new beginning is pulling you. And so it brings in that feeling of saying something really cool is going to happen. I know I'm on the right track here. There's no doubt. There's no turning back. There's no desire to stop because you're in this place where you love the situation you're in. So the Eight of Pentacles here, I don't almost have cups, didn't I? 2 8s, okay? So this one builds up your future. So the moves that you're making are going to bring in gains for you financially. But in a relationship too, you have something that's going to be long-term. And like I said, very supportive. So if you had left a narcissist behind who was kind of keeping you small, you're not doing that now. You're moving into somebody who really does believe in you. So let's see here, Scorpio, what the angels have to say for you. What else does Scorpio need to know, please? Advice for Scorpio, please. Oh. Well, you've got no need to worry. I agree. So if you're a little bit concerned about making a change and you know what's happening, they say keep going. Communicate clearly because the universe always hears your heart and your heart will whisper the truth. If you believe, ask, believe, receive, and know that you can have anything. Nothing is off limits. In the near future, things are definitely changing and they give you a yes. You create your own reality. So you can have, do, or be anything. I love you and I'll be back again soon.